My name's Rebecca Davidson. I'm a veterinarian and senior researcher at the Norwegian Veterinary Institute and Reindeer Health Advisory Service in Tromsø in Norway. And I'm a member of the TARANDUS network that is a network that has been going for a number of years now. And it brings together researchers, stakeholders, including reindeer herders, practicing veterinarians, management authorities, um, to collaborate and talk about reindeer health and welfare associated challenges. It's not just researchers making plans in our academic towers, but we're actually speaking to the people on the ground. And that way we can strengthen our research collaborations and have much more focus on giving the best support we can to the reindeer herding community. The most obvious result is the network meetings we've held. What it does is it increases the visibility and the impact of research results from all the partners. It means you reach out to a much broader audience. It's resulted in that we then, if we have a problem in one country, we remember from being at the network meeting that person talked about it, and you reach out to them and ask, would you be able to hold a webinar for us? We've also had a lot of focus on engaging early career researchers with having a travel grants for them. We have this broad inclusivity for people, and therefore just trying to make sure that we all get healthier, happier reindeer. And because I've said we've got this sort of broad platform, it's not just researchers, it's not just veterinarians, we've also got other stakeholders in. It means that the creation of ideas is it's coming from the problems that the herders themselves are reporting, and then it results in applied solutions, perhaps a bit faster than maybe would have been otherwise seen if we were all just sitting alone and not talking together. Reindeer herding isn't homogenous across the Nordic countries. Each country has different legislations in place. They have different ways of doing reindeer herding. And therefore, we've got so much we can learn from each other. We're trying to learn from each other's best practices and trying to share things. So there have been research projects in Finland that have looked at pain relief in reindeer, improved pain relief in reindeer after procedures. And then that research we can then take back to our countries and advise about using protocols that have been developed there. And that wouldn't have been possible without having the network and having had this information exchange. So it's been really nice. So I think the network helps strengthen the overall research capacity, but also makes it that much faster to adapt to new emerging problems, and then to try and figure out what the best practice is and what veterinarians are doing in one country, and then we can reach out and say, hey, how do you do this? It's because there's this melting pot of different people working on reindeer health. You get to talk about all these different levels, and it means that you sort of got this co-creation of ideas. You've got new research ideas. You hear what other people are doing, and you can say, oh, but that matches with what we've been doing here. Let's work on it together. The other thing that the network has been good is if their positions becoming available, they'll often get advertised, and email will get sent out to the network. In Norway, we have the Reindeer Health Advisory Service, so we often have webinars in Norwegian for the reindeer herders and for veterinarians in our country. The Swedish reindeer veterinarians also have a similar webinar series. And recently, we've been having a lot more contact with the Finnish reindeer researchers and veterinarians, building upon what's being done in TARANDUS. And it's allowing us to discuss beyond just the network meeting. We're seeing more and more contact across the countries, which is just really good to see. One of the trickiest situations with the gender equality is that we have a workforce imbalance in the veterinary field, where there is a higher proportion of women. So for us, it's been very important to ensure that we we try and include the male perspective as well. We always try to ensure that we have both male and female speakers, and we try to be as inclusive as possible for everyone, regardless of gender, ethnicity, country of origins.